Hi guys, Aka here. We have another comparison video, this time looking at Ulysses S. Grant and Petronas. One is free and available in the tavern. The other is not available in the tavern, is a premium general, but often shows up in events like Trial of Knights. I think someone aptly coined the phrase freemium. So, you do not have to coin to get Petronas, but remember, if you are going to coin, consider using the Amazon App Store for discounts on your Evony purchases. The links you need are down in the description. Okay, let's put the two of them side by side. We'll start off by comparing their base stats. From what we can see, we can say that Petronas is going to end up with the better attack and HP, while Ulysses S. Grant will end up with the better defense. That's just based on their base stats alone. Now, let's look at their main skill. Ulysses S. Grant comes out with siege attack 15% and an additional 15% when he brings along a dragon. For Petronas, he comes out with siege attack 40% and siege defense of 20%, not requiring a dragon. So that's a very big distinction between the two. And from their main skill alone, Petronas has the upper hand. Okay, let's go and have a look at their specialties. For the first specialty, Ulysses S. Grant has siege attack and siege HP, 10% each. Petronas has the exact same thing. For the second specialty, and this one is kind of weird, Ulysses S. Grant does not have any siege buffs in his second specialty. He has march capacity, mounted troop and ground troop attack. Only useful thing there is the march capacity, no siege buffs there. For Petronas, the second specialty, he gets siege attack 10%. For the third specialty, Ulysses S. Grant gets siege attack, defense, and HP 10% each, and Petronas has the exact same thing. For the fourth specialty, Ulysses S. Grant comes out with siege attack 26%, requiring a dragon. Petronas, for the fourth specialty, has siege attack 30% and siege HP 15%. So, when you add all of those up, Grant comes out with attack 46%, defense 10%, and HP 20%. Petronas comes out with attack 60%, defense 10%, and HP 35%. So, for the specialties alone, Petronas is also having the upper hand on this one. Now, let's move to their Ascensions. You can see them here, and I'm going to be very quick on this one, and you'll understand why in a second. When you add all of the stats that they get from their Ascension, Grant comes out with siege attack 20%, siege defense 20%. That's it. Fully ascended. That's all he gets. Petronas, on the other hand, gets siege attack 30%, siege defense 40%, and siege HP 40%. So, again, Petronas having the upper hand on the Ascension as well. And finally, when we add all their stats together, from their main skill, from the specialties, and from the Ascension, this is what their total stats would look like. And you can see, Petronas is looking better. But let's break it down a bit more. Petronas will end up with 34% more attack than Grant, 40% more defense, and 55% more HP. Of course, remember that Grant requires a dragon. So, if you don't have a dragon on Grant, you won't even get the full stats that he can provide. Petronas does not require a dragon. At this point, we can say that Petronas is looking much better than Ulysses S. Grant. However, Grant does have one thing in favor for him, and that is he has 20% march size increase compared to Petronas's 14% march size increase. So, fortunately for Grant, he has the upper hand there. But on the stats, Petronas beats him hands down. Now, one argument that people make is that Petronas, being a freemium general, is not easy to ascend. Ulysses S. Grant, being available in the tavern, is easier to ascend, and as such, they would subscribe to getting Grant over Petronas. Unfortunately, I don't subscribe to that view, and here's why. Here is their total stats that we showed earlier. If we take the argument that Grant can be ascended and Petronas cannot be ascended, here is what Petronas' stats will look like if you remove all the Ascension stats from it. As you can see, he's still looking better than Grant. However, it's important to note that Grant will get extra buffs to his stats through the process of Ascension, where you go through the stage 0, stage 1, stage 2, adding base stats to that. So, a fully ascended Grant versus a completely not ascended Petronas will still have slightly higher buffs, but not by much. And of course, that is dependent on you having a dragon. Without a dragon, Petronas is going to be better than a fully ascended Grant. The second thing is that Petronas often comes up in the Trial of Knights event. Here, you can see my Petronas, fully dressed up and ready to go. I got him from the Trial of Knights event. I have not yet done any Ascension on him. However, if we go to my inventory, you can see that I already have 2 copies of Petronas waiting in the inventory. In addition to this, I also have 30 fragments of Petronas ready to go. All of these were gained from Trial of Knights events. I didn't coin 1 cent to get any of the Petronas that I have. And I already have enough copies of him and enough fragments to ascend him twice, subject to having enough Blood of Ares. So, the argument of not being able to ascend Petronas, in my opinion, is not a very strong one. And because of that, I would say if you are looking for a siege general, and these are the 2 options that you're looking at, and you can get both of them, go with Petronas. That would be my recommendation. Now that we've covered both of those 2, here comes a new challenger. Enter Prince. Churchill. But hang on. It's not just me that can see the resemblance, right? Anyway, putting Dreams of Purple Rain aside, Churchill is a general that newly came out and a lot of people were fortunate to get him. So, let's take a quick look at Churchill and see how he stands up against the other 2. For his main skill, he gets 30% siege attack. For his specialty, he gets a total of 60% attack, 25% siege defense, and 20% siege HP. For his Ascension, he gets 40% siege attack, 45% siege defense, and 40% siege HP. So, when you put all of his stats together, this is what his total looks like. And if we bring up the totals of the other 2 generals, you can see how he compares to both of them. It's important to note that Churchill does not require a dragon, and from the stats alone, he is very similar to Petronas, although Petronas is a bit better on the siege HP. However, Churchill comes out with 16% march size increase and 20% rally size capacity. The march size increase is nice. The rally capacity is a bit because not everyone will be in a position to utilize that expansion of rally capacity. Most people in regular alliances can barely even fill a siege rally. So getting an additional 20% rally capacity doesn't really help much. But if you're in a big alliance that has enough members to fill up a siege rally like they have in high-level competitions like Chalons, then maybe the added rally capacity could be beneficial. So that's how these three generals stack up against each other. I hope you like this, and if you did, it would be great if you can give the video a like. Thank you very much. Aka signing out.